desire to do the job. What motivation give you? Motivation give you the main desire to do the job. Second is ability, the capacity or capability of do the job. And lastly, the work environment, that is the resource needed to do the job. So when we ask for a person to do his or her job perfectly, he has to fulfill three elements. What are they? One is the motivation, the desire to work. Second is the ability or the capability of doing the job. If a person has the desire and capability, then we need to provide the proper resources. It is known as the work environment. If you can ensure these three things for a person, he or she can do his best. He will give the best output from his job. If an employee lack ability, manager can provide training, replace the work. If a person has a lack of ability or capability, for a certain extent I can provide them training and improve them so they can do better in their job. If still they fail to do the, you have to replace the person. First, you need to give them an opportunity to do the work. So we will train them so that they can develop themselves. If there is a resource problem, the manager can correct it. But if motivation is the problem, the task, the manager is more challenging. If you have a lack of resources, you can compensate it by providing the perfect resources. But if a person has a lack of motivation, how could you do this? It's more challenging. The person doesn't have the willingness or desire to do the job. It is the most toughest job and toughest challenge for the manager. Ensure that a person give the environment or make him more desirable for do the job. Individual behavior is a complex phenomenon where manager may be hard-pressed to figure out the present nature of the problem, how to solve it. So for manager, it is a big challenges for every phase of life because human being characteristics is a very complex. The person, the one thing is satisfied to make satisfaction to bring satisfaction to one person may not possible to bring same level of satisfaction to another person. So it is very complex phenomena. So manager need to understand this phenomena and try to motivate the workforce as per their needs of or at their requirement. The motivation framework is the traditional approach. That's why we ask for the some theory. In this theory, they have explained what motivates people, how people are motivated, or how we can create desire among the people to do the job. The basis of this theory is all of the theories to make basis technique. The main basis of this theory is to understand the need or deficiency among the people. What is the desire, need among? If you can fulfill the needs of that people, he or she will motivated to do the work. There is the two hierarchy traditional approach. Before go to this theory, I will discuss three approaches. One is the traditional approach, and there is the human relation approach. Third one is the human resource approaches. The traditional approach is the part the Frederick Taylor আমরা বলেছি যে স্পেশালাইজেশনের মাধ্যমে শুধুমাত্র মানি দিয়ে মানুষকে মোটিভেট করা যায়, এটা we have already discussed this. The piece rate যাব, the person who has produced more, he will getting more. The money is the only motivational thing in this theory, the traditional approach. The people who will work more will pay more and they will be motivated and they will work for us. Second, come to the human relation approach. The human relation approach was to summarize. The human relation approach is the social presence of workplace. What does this mean? People are motivated by his colleague, his peer group. The basic assumption is people will feel useful and important. When people think that I am useful, I am important in the workplace, they are motivated to do the work. That employee have extreme social need, and these needs are important. Money in motivating them. Money from in perspective of money is your necessity. In everyone's life, for survival, we need money. There is no argument on that. But money is not the important. Your decision, your work is owed to us. Create some impact on our organization. That time you are motivated to do the work. Advocate human relation approach encourage manager to make workers feel important, allow them to modicum self-direction, self-control, and carrying out routine activities. Then the approaches came, it is known as the human resource approach. The human resource approach to motivate carries the concept of need and motivation one step further. Whether the human relation believe that the illusion of the contribution and participation would enhance motivation, the human resource view assume that contribution themselves are valuable both individual and organization. It assumes that people want to contribute, able to make genuine contribution. As a human being, all have the desire to contribute to their work. They want to feel genuine contribution, which is make the differences in the work. Then they will come from the, we will now understand the why this need of hierarchy of thinking. Already master's hierarchy of this theory we discussed in the last class. If you can understand the human being needs, that time you can motivate them. So Maslow divided the human being needs on the basis of 5 perspectives. Sometimes people will say that he have enough money, why you are doing the work? The main motivation for doing the work or desire to doing the work, everyone has a desire to do the work. People needs are different from person to person. The person who has the lack of the physiological need, don't have enough money to meet up this physiological need, things like food, air, clothes represent basic issues, survival and biological features. In organization, these needs are the classified adequate wages, the working environment itself which provide restroom, adequate lighting, all these things can make you more satisfied. Food, cloth, shelter, other your biological needs which is requirement for your physiological, what is come for the physical. For survival or for fit, your physically fit, what type of requirement you have, that is categorized by the physiological need. How can organization can ensure that by providing proper wages and working environment, which provides adequate lighting, comfortable temperature and ventilation. Next, security needs. It is the pension plan. I want to do work for secure my older age, or I can secure my life in more proper way. Security needs physical environment and emotional environment. Example include the desire of housing, clothing. The need is free from worrying about money and job security. I don't need to bother of my food and my money, my shelter. And through the security, the money I can get, I can secure my life. This needs can be classified in the job continue, genuine place is the and to educate institution and retirement benefit package, income. Even today, whereby depressed industry economic decline can put employees out of work, restore primary security. If I can out of the job, if they are compensating, VRS plan, voluntary retirement scheme, I don't need you, but I can ensure that you can live at least a secure life, at least a basis, decent life. Then they come from the belongingness. As a human being, we cannot live alone. Most of the people doesn't have the security needs and the physiological needs, but still they are working. People want to live in a place where they include need for love, affection, the need for accepted one peers. They want to feel important. For example, for this, most of the people think that in case of the most of the women, it is in their mind, if I'm being a housewife, it is not important, it is not worthy. They come put in the belongingness, because in the house sometimes they need to live alone. When the child are grown up enough, the elder people or live alone in the home, they are working for the society. Why they are working? Because of their belongingness. Belongingness needs is that these people cannot live alone. And people always feel in every human being mind, they want to feel important. No one, whatever he is or she is. When a person has a little kids, the little kids give them a feeling that mother, that you are so important. When the children are grow up, that time they do not need his mother or need her mother. So that time so most of the women are feeling depressed that what should I do? They will go for the social and welfare system so that they can feel importance. So belongingness is people are working for belongingness. These things are satisfied most people by family, community, relationship, outside work, by friendship on the job. A manager can help satisfy this, allowing them social interaction by making him they feel like a part of a team and work group. Second, STEAM need. We as a human being into two different set of needs. The need of positive self-image and self-respect. The need of recognition, respect from others. A manager can help other needs by providing variety and symbol of accomplishment such as job title, nice offer, similar reward as appropriate. As instincts level, the manager can provide challenges, job assignment opportunities, employee to feel a sense of accomplishment. Then this comes from the self-actualization is the need involved realization one potential continue to grow individual development. Self-actualization needs are part of the more difficult needs for the manager to understand because only few people have these things. The people who have the self-actualization need, they think that they can contribute to the society if they can get the proper environment. Unless they get the proper, they are searching for it. Unless they get the proper environment, they have the hunger for it and they are giving drive for it. People like with the self-actualization need, we have a very few people have this need. Most of the people has the status needs, they fulfill and they can happy with that. Self-actualization is that I wanted to do something with my life where I felt I was contributed somehow saying more tacos and magazines than me before was not. Not just selling tacos or selling mobile phones, selling TV is not my main goal. My goal is something that will contribute to the society. Master suggests that the 5 needs category continue to hierarchy as individual motivated first, but the most important thing, when you have fulfilled this need, we will work for the second thing, will be motivated. The needs which is fulfilled now, it is not the motivational factor for you right now. For example, 10 or 20 years back, our R&D sector, we don't think about the safety issues, we don't think about their security issues, all this stuff. Because that time the physical needs are so high. We are the came from the framing decade. In this 1974 and 1970, we have tried for our survival. We have the basic food problem, clean water problem, sanitation problem, lots of problem within in Bangladesh. That time the worker, you give the minimum wages to them and they will be happy to work. But the scenario is changed now. People has living standard has improving and now they are not satisfied of their basic needs, you can fulfill them. So their next level of need is the security need. As a human being, at least these 3 needs should be covered. At least. Because as a human being, no matter what you want, as a human being, you should fulfill this 3 needs, at least. Because all other live in a society, they can survival and all these things, but human has quite different. They live in a group, they want to feel recognized, they want to feel useful and they want to feel importance. When satisfaction of significant needs is achieved, then sense of primary motivation factor, the individual moves to the hierarchy. So the needs is fulfilled, it is no one will be motivated if this factor is low, the motivational factor is this. If you can give them security, they will be motivated to work for you. ESG theory suggests that people needs group 3 possible operating category, that is the existing, relatedness and growth. It is quite like the Maslow's hierarchy of need theory. ESG needs is the existing needs. Existing needs is the 2 needs, is the physiological needs and the security needs is categorized in these needs. And related needs is the belongingness needs. And self-actualization and self-growth need is the self-esteem and self-actualization go to this part. It is the same as Maslow's hierarchy of need, but he categorizes the need into 3 categories. It is the existence, relatedness and hygiene two factors theory. It categorizes the needs into two categories. One is the hygiene factors and then is the motivational factor. Hygiene factors are those factors, I mean normally hygiene factors are those factors if it is present, people will not motivate it. But if it is absent, people will dissatisfied with the job. And the motivational factors is those needs, if it is absent in the workplace, people will not dissatisfied. But if it is present in the workplace, it will make people more satisfaction. Another popular theory content, another popular content perspective in the two-factor theory of motivation. Frederick Harburg developed his theory and interviewed 200 accountant and engineer. He asked them to recall occasion that had been satisfied, motivated, and occasion when they had been dissatisfied and unmotivated. Surprisingly, that he found that the different set of factors were associated with satisfaction and dissatisfaction, and that people might low pay causing dissatisfaction, but would be necessary mention high pay cause satisfaction. Both low pay by it will cause me dissatisfaction, but providing me educate amount of money is not give me satisfaction. It will reduce my dissatisfaction. As it may be, why you are working? Why giving my experience, my effort, everything to my work? Because live a decent life. If after working hard I cannot maintain a decent life, what are the main motto of my working? So educate amount of salary is not give me satisfaction, but it will not give dissatisfaction to me. Such as recognition, accomplishment are called satisfaction and motivation. Recognition and accomplishment give you satisfaction. If you give me promotion, if you can recognize my work, it will motivate me. The finding led Harvard to conclude the traditional view of job satisfaction was incomplete. The view assumed that satisfaction is dissatisfaction opposite end of single quantum. People might be satisfied, this is somewhere in between. Motivational factors and hygiene factors, what are that is? Motivational factors are achievement, recognition, work itself. If the work is interesting, whatever the result is, you will be more satisfied. Responsibility, advancement and growth. If in this work there is advancement and growth, you will motivate it. Hygiene factor, supervisor. If my supervisor fails to supervise me properly, I will be dissatisfied. If he cannot fail to instruct me, I will be dissatisfied. Working condition, interpersonal relation, pay and security, company policy and admission. Without this, I cannot work properly. If absence of any of them, it will make me dissatisfaction, it will give me dissatisfaction, I will not work properly. Absence of this, no satisfaction. Presence of this, make satisfaction, give people satisfaction and more motivated. Absence of this, dissatisfaction. Presence of this, no dissatisfaction. But you cannot ensuring the hygiene factor to your work career, you cannot ensure that they will be motivated to do the work. More macro two-factor theory, we have already discussed this. What are the individual human needs? Needs for achievement. The human needs we have categorized into three categories. The need for achievement, the need for appreciation, and the need for power. People are, all of us has the desire to be more powerful. We want to control others. As a human being, some people has this desire. That's why they are working hard. The need for achievement is all of us we want to do something that is valuable, that is useful, that is important. The question of three is the desire to accomplish goal, tasks from more effectively than in the past. The desire to accomplish a goal tasks more effectively than in the past. People in a high need for achievement have desire as a personal responsibility, a tendency to set moderately difficult goal, a desire to specific immediate feedback, and preoccupation with the task. What does it mean? That I am working same work, I want to improve myself, but I want to take some responsibility of my work, and the need for achievement is that if I want to get the I want to be more feel more responsible, people will give me responsibility for do the work. Assume the person for here is an example. David C. McKenna is psychologist who first identified 3 needs, argued that 10% of the people of US population has high need for achievement. Only 10% of US people have the high need for achievement. It contrasts almost 1/4 of the workers in the Japan have high need for work. In case of Japan, that is high need for achievement 1/4 means 1/4 of the employee. But in case of US, there is only 10%. If you can need for achievement is such a thing that people will give more take more responsibility. The nation who has this quality, he will definitely grow faster and achieve a more better place than others. The need for affiliation is less well understood. Like Maslow's belongingness need, the need for affiliation is a desire for human companionship, acceptance that people want to work in a companionship and acceptance. People with a strong need of affiliation are likely to prefer a job that entails a social interaction, offer opportunity to make friends. One recent survey found that workers with one or more good friends at work much more likely to commit to other work. Here said that the person who has the good work team, he or she can work better than others. Why it's happened? If you have a very good work team within your surrounding, they will motivate you, they will correct you, and you have a feeling that if I can do wrong, they will have therefore correct me. So you will have the luxury to take the risk. Someone can give backup from you in behind. If you have a very good work team, and if you take the responsibility, there is someone to whom you can discuss, to whom you can take suggestion to do the job better. That's why it is said that the person in today's perspective, you can do a better job in a better place. আপনাদেরকে এখন একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট কথা বলছি ফর ক্যারিয়ার রিসোর্স। এখন যদি ক্যারিয়ার সাকসেসফুল হতে চান তাহলে দুটো জিনিস লাগে, কি বলেন তো? স্কিল তো আছে, স্কিল কিভাবে অ্যাচিভ করবে? হার্ড ওয়ার্কিং আর হচ্ছে নেটওয়ার্ক। If you have the hard working capacity, you can achieve the skill, knowledge, or whatever. And networking is so important. You take the suggestion from where I can take the skill, from where I can get the opportunities. Your network will provide you these opportunities and this thing so that you can grow faster than others. So making friends, making network is so important. Making a good relationship with others is also so important. Don't always find something wrong with the people. খারাপ জিনিসটা সারাক্ষণ বুঝতে থাকেন না, তাইলে কিন্তু ফ্রেন্ড করা যাবে না। আপনারা এখন সারাদিন গেমস খেলেন তো, গেমস খেলতে যে মাথা সবই পারফেক্ট হতে হবে, আপনি নিজেও কিন্তু পারফেক্ট না। অন্যের সাথে মিশতে গেলে ওর ভুল ধরা শুরু করে, ভুল থাকবে, দোষ ছাড়া কোনো মানুষ পৃথিবীতে নাই। কিন্তু আপনি যখন তার ভুলগুলো দেখা শুরু করবেন, ভুল ছাড়াও কোনো মানুষ নেই। এবং যখন if you find the good things among the people and you have a very good relationship, তখন দেখবেন যে আপনি ওর মধ্যে ভালো গুণগুলো দেখতে পাচ্ছেন। When we can build a good relationship with the people, we see their good qualities. এটা কিন্তু আমাদের সবার মধ্যে আছে। আমরা যাকে পছন্দ করি তার কিন্তু আমরা খারাপ গুণগুলোকে ওভারলুক করে যাই। অ্যাকসেপ্ট করেন, আপনার নিজেকে অ্যাকসেপ্টেন্সে থাকতে হবে মানুষের কাছে, আপনারও অ্যাকসেপ্টেন্সে থাকতে হবে মানুষকে। কম্বিনেশন ইউ ক্যান সার্ভাইভ। So we have to create relationship with others for every work in our life. দেখেন স্টিভ জবস ওর বউকে ক্রেডিট দিয়ে দিচ্ছে দেখেন মরার আগে, মানে এরকম ওয়াইফ না থাকলে সে কাজই করতে পারতো না। কম্পেনিয়নশিপ, ইট ইজ অল অ্যাবাউট কম্পেনিয়নশিপ। ও ইগনোর করছে কিন্তু পরে ও বলছে, স্বীকার করছে, তাই না? দ্য নিড ফর পাওয়ার, শুনেন অনেক কিছু মানুষের মধ্যে থাকে কি জানেন, নিড ফর পাওয়ার। এটা খুব কম মানুষের মধ্যে থাকে। ওরা পলিটিশিয়ান হয়, বড় বড় বিজনেসম্যান হয়, ওরা হচ্ছে পাওয়ার খুব পছন্দ করে, পাওয়ার এক্সারসাইজ করতে পছন্দ করে। হ্যাজ রিসিভ কনসিডারেবল অ্যাটেনশন অ্যাজ এন ইম্পর্টেন্ট ইন্টিগ্রেটেড অফ ম্যাটেরিয়াল সাকসেস। The need for power is the desire of influential in the group. অনেক আসবেন শুধু ইনফ্লুয়েন্সিয়াল ক্রিয়েট করতে চায়, ইনফ্লুয়েন্স ক্রিয়েট করতে চায়, যেটা মানুষ আমাকে পাত্তা দিবে না, দিলে তো ঘুম হারাম হয়ে যায়। Control করতে চায়, control one environment. Research has shown that people with a strong need of power are likely to be superior performance, have good attendance record, occupy supervisory position. On study found that manager group tend to have a strong motive if than general population. The successful manager have a strong power of motivate than less successful manager. যারা এরকম তারা কিন্তু দেখবেন যে সাকসেসফুল ম্যানেজারও হয়, কারণ আমি তো পাওয়ার নিতে পছন্দ করি। এখন আমি যদি ইনফ্লুয়েন্স খাটাতে চাই, আমার তো একটা ধরেন ইমপ্যাক্ট থাকতে হবে আপনার উপর, আদারওয়াইজ ইউ ডোন্ট লিসেন টু মি। তাই জন্য অনেক কি হয়, গুড অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স রেকর্ড থাকে, কাজের প্রতি খুব সিনসিয়ার, কাজটাকে ভালো করে যাতে মানুষ ওকে পাত্তা দেয়, না তো আপনি পাত্তা দিবেন না। উইদাউট ডুইং এনিথিং আপনি কিন্তু আপনার এই ইনফ্লুয়েন্সটা ক্রিয়েট করতে পারেন না। One study found that manager group have a strong power of motive, then creates a group tend to stronger power motive the general population. The successful manager tend to have a stronger power motivate their successful manager. এখন আসেন Dennis Kozlowski, designer from CEO of the Kaiko International, he was that can clearly have a strong need of power, খুবই strong need of power ছিল। That was reflected in the way routinely looked control over resources, used of their personal gain. Indeed, the things got company money, gold shower curtain, for example, were probably indeed convey the world the extent of his power. The need for power might be explained by the former CEO of Hedred Becker took advantage of power. Most of them had a company. আমি এগুলো শোনাতে দু কয়েকটা কোম্পানি সিইওদের এক্সাম্পল যারা পাওয়ার থেকে ওরা অনেক কিছু করে থাকে, যে আমি যে পাওয়ারফুল এটা আমাকে বোঝাতে হবে, আমি কাজ করবো, এগুলো দেখবেন ওরা অনেক সোশ্যাল ওয়ার্কও করে, ওরা অনেক মানুষের দেখবেন যে ডিসিশন মেকিং এ যায়, ওরা সব জায়গায় ওরা কিন্তু ফ্রন্টে থাকে, because they want to create influence among the people. ইনফ্লুয়েন্সারদেরকে দেখে ওরা কিন্তু একটা পাওয়ার এক্সারসাইজ করে, পাওয়ার এক্সারসাইজ করে দেখে ওরা যে নিড ফর পাওয়ার আছে দেখে ওরা চায় যে আপনাদেরকে কন্ট্রোল করতে, আপনাদের মাথাকে কিন্তু কন্ট্রোল করা মানে এটা না যে আপনাকে ঘুরে ঘুরে হাত দিয়ে কন্ট্রোল করছে, আমি আপনার মাইন্ডকে কন্ট্রোল করছি। আপনি আমার মতোই চিন্তা করেন, একটু চিন্তা করেন কত পাওয়ারফুল একটা জিনিস। লিডারদের মতোই আমি চিন্তা করতেছি, ওদের রাজনৈতিক পার্সপেক্টিভ, ওদের পলিটিক্যাল ভিউ, ওদের পার্সপেক্টিভ অফ ওয়ে অফ লিভিং আমি ফলো করতেছি। কেন এটা পাওয়ার না, ওরা আমার মনোজগৎ, আমার সাইকোলজিতে they can exercise. So need of power যাদের মধ্যে তারা হচ্ছে এরকম যে ওরা কিন্তু অনেক হার্ড ওয়ার্কার হয়, অনেক কাজের প্রতি সিনসিয়ার হয়, কারণ কি না আপনাকে ইমপ্যাক্ট করবে না, আপনার দেখবেন যে আপনি ওর মতোই হতে চাচ্ছেন। So need for power যাদের আছে, influence group to control one's environment, ওরা কিন্তু এনভায়রনমেন্টকে কন্ট্রোল করে ফেলে। দেখবেন একজন দাঁড়াইছে, বাকিরা সবাই ওকে ফলো করছে, এই বিলাইনের বাসি আছে, সবাই ও যা বলছে সেটাই ঠিক, আবার ওদেরকে নিয়ে সবাই থাকে লেগে যায়, আমার কি স্যার, আমার কি প্লেস আছে, কিন্তু ওদেরকে নিয়ে ওদের দুজনের দুইটা মত পার্থক্য নিয়ে দুইটা গ্রুপ দেখবেন অনেক মারামারি করে ফেলতেছে। Process perspective on motivation. How does motivation occur? আজকে শুরু করি। Process perspective, approach to motivation that focus on why people choose certain behavior option to satisfy their needs, how they evaluate their satisfaction after they have attained this goal. বলা হচ্ছে যে একটা মানুষ কেন ওই বিহেভিয়ার করে এবং বিহেভিয়ার পর সে এভালুয়েট করে যে ওই বিহেভিয়ারটা সে কেন করেছিল। এটার জন্য দেখেন এক্সপেক্টেন্সি অফ থিওরি কি বলেছে আপনাকে। এক্সপেক্টেন্সি সিস্টেমে মোটিভেট ডিপেন্ড অন টু ফ্যাক্টর, মানুষ যখন কাজ করি এবং কি আমাকে করছে আমি এখন এভালুয়েট, হাউ মাচ ওয়াই ওয়ান্ট সামথিং, হাউ লাইক টু ইউ আর গেটিং, অর্থাৎ আমি এই জিনিসটা কতটুকু চাচ্ছি, হ্যাঁ মানে এই জিনিসটা আমার করতে হবে, এটা হচ্ছে ডেজায়ার টু ডু দ্য জব। তারপর আমি ক্যালকুলেট হাউ লাইকলি উই থিঙ্ক are getting এখন আমি কিভাবে এটা পেতে পারি এক্সপেক্টেন্সি থিওরি হচ্ছে আমার এক্সপেকটেশন থেকে আসছে এই কথাটা দেখেন এটা কি এক্সপেক্টেন্সি সাজেস্ট দ্যাট মোটিভেশন ডিপেন্ড অন two things how much we want something how likely we think we are to get it as if you are approaching graduation looking for a job you see that one ad in General Motors is seeking vice president with a starting $5 lakh per year. Even though you might want the job, but you will not apply because you realize that the little chance to getting it. আপনি কেন এটার অ্যাপ্লাই করবেন সিওর জন্য পাস করে না কারণ আমি জানি যে এটা আমার জন্য এখন ফিট না The next you see that someone is the strap bubble gum from the under trade seat for a starting salary of $6 an hour even though you could probably get this job দেখা যাচ্ছে খুব ছোটখাটো একটা চাকরি এখানে একটা আন্ডার ট্রিতে কাজ করে $6 পার আওয়ারের জবটা এটা আপনি পাবেন কিন্তু এটা করার জন্য আপনার জন্ম হয় না বা এটা করার জন্য আপনি গ্র্যাজুয়েশন শেষ করেন আপনি ওই চাকরিতেও যাবেন এটা তো আপনার ডিজায়ার না ওইটা এটা আপনার ওয়ান্ট না ওইটা আপনার ওয়ান্ট ছিল ঠিকই কিন্তু আপনার কিন্তু চান্স নাই যে ওইটা আপনি ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট হয়ে যাবেন গ্র্যাজুয়েশন শেষ করে যদি আপনি ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্ট হয়ে যান তো আমার তার কিছু লাগতো না আমি জানি যে পাবো ওইটার জন্য আমি অ্যাপ্লাই করব না then you see a management training in a big company salary is 45,000 per annum will probably apply for this because you want it and because you think you have a reasonable chance to get it আমি এটা পাওয়ার জন্য reasonable chance আমি management training হিসেবে ঢুকতে পারি হয়তো after 10 or 15 years or 20 years I will become a CEO or vice president এটা আমি অ্যাপ্লাই করব আমি নিজেও অ্যাপ্লাই করছি আমি খুব আবার বড় করছি এক্সপেক্টেন্সি থিওরি বলতেছে যে তোমার কি ডিজায়ার তুমি কতটুকু চান্স আছে ওটা আমি পাওয়ার ওই জন্যই মানুষ কাজ করে থাকে যে জিনিস পাওয়ারই আমার চান্স নাই সেই জিনিসকে আমি এফোর্ট দিব না আর যে জিনিস আমি পেতে পারি কিন্তু ওটা আমার ডিজায়ার না ওটার জন্য আমি এফোর্ট দিব না Expectancy theory rests four basic assumptions. First, it assumes that the behavior is determined by the combination of factors, individual and its environment. Second, it assumes that people make decisions about their own behavior in organization. Third, it assumes that different people have different type of needs, desire, and goal. Fourth, it is assumed that different people have different. It is assumed that people is make choice among alternative plan of behavior based on their perception, content, given behavior, need or desire outcome. Perception উপরে সে নির্ভর করে। Environment, effort, and ability. তারপর হচ্ছে আপনার পারফরম্যান্স, দেন হচ্ছে আপনি আউটকামটা পাচ্ছেন। ম্যানেজমেন্টের সবচেয়ে ইফেক্ট অফ পারফরম্যান্স অফ এক্সপেক্টেন্সি দেখেন এটা একটু বলি ইফেক্ট অফ পারফরম্যান্স টু এক্সপেক্টেন্সি দেখেন যে the effect of performance of expectancy is the individual perception probably the effort will lead to high performance যেমন মনে হচ্ছে যে এই এফোর্টটা আমাকে হাই পারফরম্যান্স দিকে নিয়ে যাবে তখন আমি ওটা করি when individual believe that the effort and performance are unrelated effort performance experience is very weak যোগী থাকে যে পারফরম্যান্স আর এফোর্ট এর আনরিলেটেড হয় অর্থাৎ ভাইস প্রেসিডেন্টের পোস্ট আর আমার পোস্ট যদি আনরিলেটেড হয় আমি এখানে যাব না There is the outcome expectancy. The purpose to outcome expectancy is the individual perception will lead to a specific outcome. If individual believe that purpose is result to pay raise, the purpose will outcome expectancy. যদি আমার মনে করি যে আমার যে এফোর্টটা দিচ্ছি আউটকামটা দিচ্ছি আমার এই যে করার পর আমার পে রেজ হবে তখন আমার এটা এক ধরনের আউটকামে আসবে Outcome of balance expectancy theory equals the individual behavior is a variety of outcome or consequence. If an organization is high performance If organization a high purpose for example may get bigger pay raise, fair promotion and praise from the boss তখন আমি এভাবে কাজ করি তো effort or purpose of expectancy কি বলছে আমি the individual perception of the probability that effort will be lead to high performance or outcome expectancy বলছে the individual perception will lead to the specific outcome consequence of the behavior organization settings as well value and balance বলতে বলছে index how much individual desire particular outcome attracted to the outcome of the individuals. না আজকে আর পড়াবো না অনেকগুলো কয়টা আছে আমি দেখতেছি আর মাথায় ঢুকবে না সেটা অনেকগুলো বাকি আজকে আর পড়ানো যাবে ঠিক আছে শেষেরটা আমি কালকে আবার রিভিশন দিব কারণ শেষেরটা আমাদের মনে হয় না আপনাদের মাথায় ঢুকছে হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা ইকুইটি থিওরিটাও মজার ইকুইটি এই দুইটা সব থিওরির মেইন কথা কি শুনেন এই সব থিওরি মানে হচ্ছে আমি কি দিচ্ছি আমি কি পাচ্ছি আমার কি যোগ্যতা আছে, আমি কি পেতে পারি, এটা মাথার মধ্যে সব কাজ করার আগে এটা একটু চিন্তা করবেন। এই কথাগুলো এখানে বলা হচ্ছে। ম্যানেজমেন্টের মূল ম্যাটার হচ্ছে যে অ্যাজ এ লিডার আপনাকে ওইটা ইনশিওর করতে হবে যে আপনার যারা আছে তারা কি চাচ্ছে, তাদের কতটুকু ক্যাপাবিলিটি আছে ওইটা অ্যাচিভ করার জন্য আমি কতটুকু সে এফোর্ট দিচ্ছে। এই ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ।